going on, guys? Welcome to another video. I just finished recording installing the performance chip on the truck. So yeah, I just had the thing running, but I wanted to do a little bit of what this truck is and kind of go over what's done to it and what I'd like to do to it in the future. So this is a 2001 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD with the Vortec 8.1 liter V8 in it. So it's got that big boy in it, which, if you don't know what the 8.1 was, it was GM's, I guess, gas alternative to their Duramax engine. So it made serious amounts of torque and a decent amount of horsepower. So that was kind of GM's variant, which they didn't have for too long. I mean, they had it for what, 6 or 7 years or something like that, or this body style truck. So yeah, so anyway, basically what's done to it, looks wise, first of all, this was my dad's truck. He basically gave it to me, so it's really nice of him. I mean, it technically still isn't mine because the title isn't put into my name yet, but it is technically my truck. I mean, my dad has his own truck, so yeah. He gave this one to me when he bought that truck out there, which is a 2017 Duramax. So I'll probably do a video on that later. But yeah, so this truck, basically what I've done to it looks wise is I've put headlights on it. My dad actually put those tow mirrors on it. Those are some cheap knockoff ones. I'm more coming on that later. I debadged the truck. It doesn't look the best. I mean, there was a pinstripe on here that I still haven't exactly gotten completely off yet. I still need to work on it a little bit more. Debadged it, so the 2500 HD is gone. I put this on as Vortec 8.1 HD with the Allison 5-speed transmission is what is in this thing. Pulled the side moldings off. I'll probably put a picture up of what it looked like when it was initially mine before I've done anything to it. I mean, it's a truck. It's been used. I mean, there's scratches all over. It's got a couple of dents in the side of the bed. I do have a dent puller kit. I haven't used it yet, but I kind of want to see if I can pull some of these dents out. It's got tail lights on, just some Amazon tail lights. If I turn the lights on, hold on. And I hit the lock button, didn't I? Turn these lights on. Lights on the tow mirrors. We got headlights. And then back here, got some nice tail lights. LED license plate lights. Yeah. So, good enough. Get those off before the battery runs dead. So yeah, when my dad bought it back in 2012, I do have a slow lowering thing. It's got a tarp on it, I guess you call it. Tonneau cover, whatever you want to call it. It does, when my dad bought it back in 2012, it already had this bed liner in it. Stuff here is like really rough. I kind of want to get it off and maybe Line-X it and make it look a little better. But I mean, this stuff here is smooth, but like the bed of it is really rough and it's hard on your knees, especially if you're trying to crawl around in there. But yeah, that's what's in the bed. Nothing else much done to it. I do have a Pioneer head unit in here. I think my dad put some different speakers in when he had it. I got a suction cup mount and everything. That's a mount for my phone for wireless charger as well. So that's what's done to the interior. Now on to performance parts. Not much. Cheap. O'Reilly's cold air intake. Might not even be benefiting it, I don't know, but it looks better than the stock one. And then it has a MagnaFlow Performance Series exhaust on it. My dad put this on when he bought the truck, so I didn't do this myself, but he got this welded on and everything. The muffler itself is starting to go out. There had been some leaks right behind the muffler, so dual exhaust tip exhaust, you can see there. I'll do a start up here, or maybe I'll just pull it out of the other video. But okay, quick cold start before we go. Basically what's done to it so far. Now, what I'd really like to do to it, or what I did just crank the torsion keys a bit to kind of level it out. It still rides nice. It doesn't seem much different. I mean, it's not like up against the bump stops here in the front, so it doesn't actually ride bad at all. So that's basically what I've done to it. It could be, last time I measured it, it could be cranked up a little further yet, but that's what's done to it so far. What I'd like to do to it is I haven't really decided what kind of lift kit I would put on it, but I was thinking of maybe, I was saying, kind of considering between like a small, like maybe 2-inch lift, or maybe go a bit bigger and go with a 4.5-inch lift. But I want to put some wheels and tires. I kind of have the wheels figured out. If I still haven't exactly decided. It would depend how big of a lift I go with it, but once I figure that out, then I'll figure out how big of a tire I want to go. But it's not going to be like overly, like really sticking out there like wide boys, but I kind of want to go with, I think if I remember right, I was looking at it, it was the Havoc H109s, if I remember right, is the wheels I want to go with. 20 by 10, or I think, yeah, 20 by 10, and then I would do, like, I think either way, I think I'd probably go with like 33 12.5 20s with the with like a 2-inch lift or something, and then maybe do like a 35 12.5 20 with a 4.5-inch lift. I haven't exactly decided yet, but it's kind of what I was thinking. Maybe in the future, I would really like to maybe put some amp research steps on here. So powered steps, because it is kind of a pain in the butt to get up in this thing. It's not too bad, but when you're hopping up like that all the time, I mean, yeah, I'd really like to get another seat with it too, because like this is all ripped up and squashed and everything. So I'd really like to get another passenger seat or something. I'd really like to pull these, I guess they're wind deflectors or some sort, off eventually. I think I'm gonna keep that LS badge on it, but yeah. If I ever do have the money, I might even repaint it, because it does need a repaint. You can see like there's scratches and like it's just scratched up and like rock chips, and It's actually pretty bad down here. I mean, obviously that's from the wheels. I mean, it did have mud flaps on it, but I had pulled the fender flares off just to see what it looks like underneath. And I should have got a picture of it, but this side right here, in here, is all rusted out. It's pretty much rusted out, so it would either, like, if I would get the thing repainted, I would either, I guess they would probably just cut a chunk out and weld in a new piece there, but that's one thing, that's the worst of it. All the fender flares on that side are fine, but there's a little bit of rust starting over there on the front on this side. But yeah, it's kind of what I want to do to it. Not too much. This is a daily driver. Well, not really daily because I stay here at home all the time, but this is the truck I drive all the time. So yeah. Yeah, boy. What else? Maybe I would really like to re-tint the windows, maybe go a little darker. Just like some 5% tint or something. Maybe do like a 5% brow up top there. And maybe, this is if I don't have a new truck by the time I have the money. There is a company out there, Raylar, that makes a supercharger for these 8.1s that I was thinking maybe I could maybe put a supercharger or maybe like a custom turbo kit or something on it. But that's kind of what my thinking is for this truck. But a lot of this stuff is probably not going to happen for another couple of years because I'm just a broke boy right now. Kind of out of a job for now, but we'll have a job here hopefully by the beginning of April 2020. So that's basically my ideas for this truck. So I think I've rambled on long enough. Well, actually, you know what? Let's do some more rambling. I do have some, if you didn't watch the other video, I do have some Boost Auto Parts tow mirrors coming for this thing with that more on that once they show up here. I would really like to just get rid of all the chrome and color match the chrome on here too. So color match the rear bumper, the front bumper, and the chrome here on the grill, just to make it look a little better because I'm not that big of a fan of chrome. Unless it's like the Havoc H109s, like I was saying, I would get those black with black and milled, I think is what I'm gonna go for with that. So that's kind of, if I would maybe, like, if you watch Dirty Mac's Jack, if you remember the Daddy Mac's dually or Ron Burgundy dually or whatever he had, if I remember, I think Ron Burgundy dually or something like that. I'm kind of going for that look almost. I mean, it's the same color truck, so I really like the way the wheels looked and how the paint matched look. So I was kind of going after that look there when I saw that truck. I was like, that's exactly what I want to do to this truck here. So yeah, I think I've rambled on long enough for 12 minutes or so. So I think that's good enough. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.